Hello, everybody. I'm Elvin Speights. I just came straight up. First of all, I just want to say, Roy did a great job educating about Martin Luther King. I know a lot of things that I didn't. I want to talk about my experience I had. So I don't make a habit of people talking, record conversations. Carlotte Bailey, one of the school board members, contacted me and said she wanted to talk. She said God put in her spirit to tell me the truth, because they love God behind God. Everything they do is behind God. So I was late for this meeting, and I called her and I was like, we can just do it over the phone. I don't necessarily need to meet you. We can just talk over the phone. And she's like, no, you need to come here. You need to come to my church, North Palm. You need to come. I was by myself. So her God that she told me, hey, you better record this conversation, because you walk in the people. It's just, I walk into the church, it's 5 of them. It's her, another lady, 3 other guys, and it's just me. So any story would be twisted. It's 5 against 1. You know, and other than me and her, we the only black people in the building. And she's with them, so I knew I was by myself. Right? So anyway, so I recorded the conversation. And the things that she said, you know, these weren't questions that I prompted her to ask. These are things that she wanted to tell me how she felt. And all of them share the same thought. But one of the biggest things out of it, and I'm going to play a little bit of it, is that they have a strong hatred against gay people. But they also don't like blacks neither. Like, they don't want Black History taught because it makes white kids uncomfortable. They don't believe in gayness at all. They don't believe it at all. They believe if you're gay, you don't love God. That's what she said. You have some kind of wrong with you. You suffer from some kind of confusion in your mind. So let me just play. Let me just tell you something. Let me pull it up for you real quick. I asked her about the injustice in education, unequal injustice, right? You know, how black kids aren't educated like white kids. And we have studies that show us. We have the 1988 Harvard report, the 2017 AU report, the 2018 Clemson report, and the post-occurring minimum adequate savings. All these things show that black kids aren't being educated like white children. But I want you to hear what she said when I asked her, why does she think that black kids don't learn like white kids? Hopefully you'll create this mic. I don't have that fancy stuff. Hold on, I'm sorry.
There are racism in all countries. So you don't believe systematic racism is due a big part of the reason why black children are behind white children? Black children are behind white children because black children's family, most of them, have a different concept of the value of education. And I can tell you this of a surety because when CD kids and kindergarten kids come to school and you give a parent a homework notebook and the homework comes back the next day not done, they didn't read to the kids, they didn't study with the kids, they didn't help the child practice their name, but you expect the child to know how to write their name and you're not helping them at home? Yeah, the value of education is different across different cultures.
That's what she said. So, to her, we don't care about our children's education. And at the end of it, she says that, and I can play it, she says that we expect a lot of schools to educate our kids. This is a black woman. And this is what she was saying about black families. That's what she said. So she don't believe in the red line of anything in history that's been proven that black kids are starved of education. No, we don't care about the education, right? And when speaking of gay children, she told me how she has a huge problem with gay pride and black kids. And she said that gay kids don't have their fathers in their life, and that's why they went astray. You know, their fathers aren't in their life and praying over their children and keeping them in God's word, and we let the devil get to them, which is how it offended me because I had to be a daughter. So I raised her. So I don't know what she was talking about. But You know, it's really scary and sad. And what Roy said is very true. They start off in school, they are trying to get into citizens. They're trying to become leaders. And, you know, this year election now, we really need to get out. If everybody here lives in Charleston County, we really need to get to the poll and vote for technical. Like, we really need to get to the polls. Take somebody with you and go to the polls and vote for technical. Because this is their ideology. This is what they believe. They really believe this. And what they have done is they found a way to force their ideology through the schools. And they know if we get elected seats, then they can force it. They got rid of the Health Advisory Commission simply because those people didn't share their beliefs. You had a gay person, you had Jewish, and you had someone who didn't believe in God. And to them, those people don't exist. The Constitution says that we have a right to practice religion as we please. I don't have to be a Bible thumper like you. I can be Jewish, or I can choose not to. But to them, if you don't worship God the way they worship, then you're wrong and you don't matter. You know, what they're doing, I love what they're doing now. And I'm definitely going to speak more on this in the future. They take books, right, and they're telling you that, oh, they're teaching their kids to be gay in school. They got these books, and elementary kids are reading these books. Let me assure you, there is no school in Charleston County that is teaching your child to be gay. There's not. There's no school in Charleston County giving those kids hormone blockers. There's no school in Charleston County giving your kid, what they call it, something to put on a girl's chest to hide the breast. There's none of that stuff is happening. And the books that they're reading aren't in elementary schools. And even if the child, a lot of the books that they're reading are high school level books. And I had to remind one of them, I went to high school, we read Romeo and Juliet. That was sexy to that. I don't read Dancing with Wolves. It was a sexy to that. You know, but that was high school. There's no elementary age child walking into the library again. And it has to be approved. In other words, you as a parent, you still have the right, if you say, hey, my child can't check that book out, then your child can check it out. No one's forcing your child to get this book. No teacher's going to the library and saying, hey, read this. None of those books are classified, right? And the reason why they are that way is because they don't want inclusion. They don't want gay children to feel as though there's others like them. They want them to feel isolated. They want them to feel like this is what you're supposed to be, and you doing this way, you're doing out of yourself. And if it was just about porn, why do they hate Black History Month so much? Because they don't want Black History books in either. Again, they said that they don't like the books because our history makes white kids uncomfortable. And in Florida, where they started, they teach Black history. They said that Black people benefit from being slaves because we learn a trade. They teach them. They teach them. So I'm just going to end with this. You know, I'm proud to stand next to the brothers. I stand with Nixon. I see Ms. Dr. back there. Is that right? The Dr. Bonnie back there. I see her back there. I'm proud to stand next to them in this fight. And I'm telling everybody now, when you leave here, if you haven't voted yet, go vote, because they're trying to get in the city. You see what we deal with at the school board. You definitely want to deal with it in City Hall. You definitely want a mayor. You know, these are lawmakers believing the ideology they believe. So,